Hi, buddy. Excuse me. Hello, good morning. It's very short. Hi, Paul. Good morning. Hi, Daniel. Feeling okie dokie. How about you, Paul? Where did my logo? What the heck? It might be too early for Carl, so I think it is. Let's go back. I really like this. It's just very short. Let's. Oh, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Too bad. Good job, Deb. Wow, we ate it all. Snow Squirrel, of course I remember you. I saw you were live yesterday. I was just going somewhere doing something. I couldn't stop by. Hi, Snow the Squirrel. It's good to see you. course I remember you. But wait a minute, I didn't even listen to it. That's not fair. What, honey? What's the matter? I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention to Jack. What is it, buddy? You ate? You feel good? Do you need a burp? Do you need mom to burp you? Oh, yes, time to wipe our face. Snow the squirrel. I know that's the name of your squirrel, but what is your name? If you don't mind. Hi, Wasa. Good morning. Oh, goodness. Hi, Michael. Michael says, good morning, everyone in the Cat and Jack families, and to the star of the show, Jack. Hope everyone's having a great morning. I should be getting the 2 kittens tomorrow. Wait a minute. That's way too soon, right? What happened? It's just a sheet. It's not a comfort. We don't even do comforters anymore. You know how hard they are to wash in the washing machine? You don't say your name. That's fair. Okay. Alrighty, Snow the Squirrel it is. Wasa says saying hello to everyone. But Michael, didn't you say they're not even 6 weeks old yet, right? I'm very confused. Very confused. I thought they were just born. What is the deal, Jack? Why is Mom so confused? Snow the Squirrel says hello to Wasa. Has anybody here gone and seen Snow the Squirrel yet? Had a chance to? So cute. Well, congratulations, Michael. I'm happy for you. And Paul says hello to everyone in the chat. 3 o'clock on the dot. Look at me go. All right. It's supposed to give me a new one. Stop it. Really, Jack? Michael says, I don't get how they are ready this quick. They were born a week before Midnight Junior died. So are you going to have to bottle feed or anything? My dog is huge, Snow the Squirrel. Good morning, Carl Shell. How are you, my friend? Why won't you play? Why are you being a pain? I don't know. Just, I'm over here arguing with apps. Shoot. Well, darn, I don't understand what happened here. I did like the first one better. Carl Shell, how are you today? Michael says, I don't know about bottle feeding yet. I hope not. Right, because it just seems like it's too soon. Weird. Well, I'm sure it's all going to be fine, and you're a good cat dad, so it'll be fine. Snow the Squirrel says he's in perfect shape, right? Who are you talking? Are you talking about Jack? Yep. Oh, yes. He is in perfect shape, actually. Do you not have any dogs? It'd probably be pretty hard to have dogs with the squirrels, huh? Unless you have really little dogs? Well, I don't want to change it. Paul says he's okay, Wassa. How are you? And Wassa says yes. Jack is a professional doggy builder, a show dog, a perfect specimen. You're funny. Carl says, Paul, short haul flights have 4 cabin crew. I missed the question. Snow Squirrel says, my dog ran away and got back pregnant. Oh no. Whew, I don't have to worry about that. Michael says, yes, I told Snowflake we will room together while the 2 kittens stay in the TV room. Snowflake, I need to watch around the kittens because they might jump on her, and she hates that. Oh, okay. Paul says, thanks, Carl. Carl, what are you doing today? Are you working today? Are you still working at all? Oh, no. Oh, I don't want to post. Never mind. Wassa says, oh, I'm okay, Paul. My mantis babies got decimated by junky junkos. So how did that happen? Oh no. I would have thought they would have been outside. What do I know? Hmm. Okay, there we go. Hang on a second. Oh my. Plus, with Snowflake being diabetic, I've got to make sure her sugar doesn't go high or drop. Got to hide any charger wires so they don't chew on them. Yeah. Jack. Wassa says they were outside. That's the problem. The junkos that tried to poo on me the other day, the ones with the nest full of babies on the ground in my yard, apparently they were Voracious and highly. I just didn't know you were raising them outside. That is heartbreaking. Carl says it was a good live stream yesterday. You know, I forget yet. It was yesterday. I feel like it was 3 days ago. So much has changed since or so much has happened since then. It was a good live stream, Carl. I'm glad I got to catch it for a little while. Largemouth bass turds. Little largemouth. That's heartbreaking. Are they all gone? Michael says there's a mom raccoon on the tree this afternoon. I was shocked seeing the raccoon. Yeah. Last time I saw a raccoon was in the middle of the day and it looked old and lost and I didn't see it again. Thank goodness. Lassa says, for me, Carl's stream was earlier today. So weird. And, well, Wassa, thank you for staying up so late and hanging out. I appreciate that, especially considering it is in the middle of the night for you. Um, just for a sec. Okay, I think I like this one just fine. That's number one. That's pretty good. Let's try out 3. Paul says, I found a rabid coon on the bike path. That's scary and sad. I had a possum who they say it's harder for possums to get rabies, but whatever was going on with this possum, it wasn't right. He'd spin for circles in my front yard, and he did it for a couple of weeks before I had to help him out. But then I saw a video of, I didn't know what to do about the stupid possum. Then I saw a video of how, oh, possums can be pretty vicious. Michael says, I hope to go live on here with Snowflake and the kittens. How do I set you guys with mods without going live yet? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Michael. Have you ever gone live before, Michael? I believe, no, I don't know, Michael. Not yet. Just so you know, if you have the videos and the hours, not the hours, the videos and the subscriber count that you need to go live, you have to hit the live button and then wait 24 hours. Have you done that already? Wassa says, I usually zonk out during or right after. You know whose, and I wake up at 7 to 9 a.m. or at latest at 10 when his next one starts. Oh. So you're good on the subscribers, and I think you have a couple videos, right? You still have to pretend like you're going live and hit the live button, and it'll tell you you have to wait 24 hours. There's just that initial waiting time. Good deal. I can't wait to see your live with the kittens. Wassa says, oh, I was walking home earlier and there were 3 squirrels and a rabbit and they were all eating something. I didn't even flee when I came along and looked, and it was a dried out, unalived bullfrog. They were all eating that? What? Weird. That's really weird, Wasa. Poor frog. Weird. Really, really weird. Well, that was weird. Michael says, I had bullfrogs before, 8 of them. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's that chicken. Wasa says, I Googled it, and both squirrels and bunnies will eat frogs and other unalive things. I knew bunnies sometimes scavenged meat, but squirrels, cray cray. It's all cray cray. They're supposed to be vegetarians. How dare they ruin my view of them? I'll never look at them again the same. And Wasa says, Michael, where did you have the frogs? Paul says, bunnies. And Wasa says, I took a video of it. Oh, just in case somebody called you out and said, I don't believe you. Okay. We'll play it then and quit giving me such a hard time. Wasa. Michael said, my big tank, I had them in, and I can post pics of them. I feel like I've seen pictures of your frog before, at least one of them. Have you had pictures up before? Paul says, have you ever seen the giant Flemish rabbits? No, but I've heard of them. I've heard of people seeing them just out in the wild. You haven't had a picture of the bullfrogs up, Michael? It must be somebody else who had lots of different animals. Yeah, post your frogs if you want. That'd be cool. Wasa says bullfrogs are invasive here, but nonetheless, they get crazy huge. The size of bread plates. What's a bread plate? Hi, Jack. Are you ready to get back up on the bed? Aw, sweet boy. Come give Mama love. Come give Mama some love. Good morning. Good morning, honey. Hi. Hi, baby. Oh, I love you. I love such a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, itchy face. Oh, careful, careful. There you go. Michael says, yes, it took half of my TV room. One bullfrog got loose, jumped in my ex-girlfriend's salad bowl dinner. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jack. You are nosy boy this morning. I don't know. Talk to the alien. Come on. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Such a good boy. Keenan. Oh my gosh. Hi, Keenan. How are you? You have never been into any of my live streams, Keenan. What are you doing here? I'm very confused. Is the world ending? Bob's product is my friend Keenan. Wassa says, was it the day she became your ex? Funny. That was pretty funny. Paul says, hello to Bob. Or Keenan. People get confused, but it's Keenan. He probably accidentally came here, said hi, and left already. That's okay. I was happy just to see him. Jack, did you hide my pillow? Huh? Weird. Where did it go? It's a whole pillow just missing. Hmm? Is this yours? Where is it? Okay. Wassa says those rabbits are huge, but we have giant jackrabbits here that rival them. Maybe it's the giant jackrabbits I've heard of. I don't know. I just heard of people finding these crazy big bunnies running around. What are you doing, Peaky Boy? I'm still looking for our pillow. Oh, there it is. Found it. Paul says it gives a whole new meaning to salad topper, Michael. That is true. You posted them on the community page, the frogs? Okay, give me a second. We'll go look. Okay, let's find. Michael says one pic of the bullfrogs looks like they are doing a circus show. Michael, did you hear the question? Was that the day she was your ex-girlfriend? She became your ex-girlfriend when the frog fell in her salad? Or jumped in her salad? Alright, let's find me. Oh, how cute. These were the wait a minute. These were the bullfrogs I owned back in 2015 to 2017. Oh, I caught them in a pond near my house. Their home was gone because of construction now. Ah, makes sense. I'm trying to get the picture to blow up, but it's not doing it for me. Oh, they're so cute. They're hard to see though. There they are. Look at those faces. Isn't that so cute? It looks like they're smiling. I can't. Oh, there they are up in the top. How cool. Really cute, Michael. I'm sad they lost their home. So cute. Really, really cute. Thank you for sharing those, Michael. Adorable. Hi, Walking Tall. Good morning. Carl said he had all of his managing mods there yesterday. That makes you happy, huh? I know it does. I I thought it was sweet that he has that channel about doing stuff with his daughter. That's really cool. Wasa says next to the sidewalk, as I walked to the store, and one would come rolling out like a Western movie bar brawl. They'd dust themselves off and go marching back in. But one day, what are we talking about? Carl says, yep, I was there, Carl, when Carl mentioned his managing moderators. Hey, Jackie, let me go see. Mr. Managing Moderator, what's that? What do you think? Would you try this for me? Do you think? Think about it. Come get closer, my dear. Midnight Junior Michael says, Midnight Junior and Snowflake enjoy hearing the bullfrogs making. I didn't even think about that. How noisy it would have been in your house. I'll pass. Now that I think about it, I'll pass. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit all night long? No, thank you. I missed the first half of the chat. That's okay. I usually miss something. I like using my imagination to try to figure out what you said or make my own stuff up. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. Wasa says, whoa, thunder just rocked and shook the entire house. I love those kind of storms. They're the best. Michael says they were pretty good. They were trained some how to eat off my hands. They knew when I was about to, there's my boy. They knew when I was about to feed them. Very cool. What do you think, Punk? Walking Tall says, I wonder if I'm a little confused on what you're saying, Walking Tall. I'm sure it's not you. I'm sure it's me. Ouch. Here. Wasa says, one day I'd had a roommate who stacked garbage at one corner of the house, and I went to move it, and at the bottom a pile of rats were there, and they went running. They all went in my house. I had a trap set up, and and what? What was that? I had a trap set up and midnight. Michael says, Mr. Toad, I had for 4 years, and he's doing good. I knew. Oh, you still have a frog? You still have one of them? I know he misses Midnight Junior's company. She enjoyed laying near his tank. Interesting. And here I thought it was sweet. Jack sat by the chicken yesterday. Walking Kyle says, don't worry about it. Well, I would have liked to have understood what you were saying. Carl says, now, Wasa, you're not a managing moderator in my channel, and you know that. Now, Wasa. That's right, Carl. Put him in his place. But, Carl, you have to admit, Wasa's really making an effort to come hang out with you in your live streams. Maybe one day you'll consider him for it. Well, set the traps over the next ... Never mind. The point is, after that, I didn't get any rats for like a month. But one day, one was in the trap. It was impossibly huge. Rats don't bother me, but it freaked me out. The neighbors freaked out too. Walking Tall says, again I say, if you see Jack at the airport, whatever you do, no matter what you do, do not yell, hi Jack, at the airport. Hi Jack. Good advice. Wassa says, I looked online and couldn't find any that big anywhere except in one place where you live. Walking Tall, are you working? Our friend Marlon is live in the gym. Well, this looks perfect. Wow. Okay. In Africa, there was a village. They were raising them for food and had selectively bred rats as big as cats like this one. But some had got free and come back and eaten babies. It's a horrific story if you can. Story you could look up, I'm guessing you're saying. I'd rather not. That is crazy. Paul says, oh my God. And rats. Crats. Cat rats. What was I watching? I was watching some show where these people, Nate and Kara, were visiting like almost a third world country, and they raised guinea pigs. They raised guinea pigs for food, but the kids played with them. In the meantime, it was weird. Michael says, I did wish Midnight Junior a happy Mother's Day, and she's up in heaven with her 4 kittens who passed away at a very young age. Oh, that's sweet, Michael. Carl says, if I get sick today, I'm blaming Wasa. Paul says my guinea pigs ate their babies. Are you serious? Wow. That is crazy, Paul. Walking tall, you are funny. Wasa says this was the king of all rats for sure. Probably a record. I should have called the newspapers. Where did it go? Is it still running around? I think I missed that point or forgot. If you'd said what happened to it. Paul says, dang, Wasa. You know, it's that something about Oregon. Something about that whole upper East Coast. Some wild stuff going on. No, it was in your trap unalived. Thank you. I'm sure I read that and I just got confused. Its head barely fit. Ugh. You know what's... Why do mice have to be so damn cute? Oh, I meant the West Coast. Thank you for correcting me. I feel really dumb. What else is new? Carl says, I am leaving. Carl, oh, wait a minute. Carl is leaving because we haven't played his song this morning. I'm working on a new song I'm sitting here listening to. Carl, don't leave me. Yep, that was it, Wasa. Just talking and not thinking. Well, I wasn't going to dance this morning. Going somewhere they don't talk about mice. Actually, I think we were talking about rats and mice. I do the same thing, Carl. Whenever I don't like something's going on in a live stream, I'm out. I'm like, see you later. Sayonara. Wasa says no more mice, rats, rodents. I know, Paul. They're in a karaoke bar. Walking Tall says rats. I missed what you said about them. It wasn't me, it was Wasa. Thanks, Carl. Wasa says, I said nothing about rats or mice. I know nothing. You know a whole bunch. Carl says, JP, good morning and get rid of these people. Okay, JP is not John Paul. Who the heck is John Paul? Or is JP John Paul? Paul says, maybe I should have had that instead of oatmeal, the cigarettes and tea. Well, I think the song is set up like in a karaoke bar. But there is a time and place for cigarettes and sweet tea. First thing in the morning is not it. How you doing over there, buddy? You're doing so good. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Mm-hmm. What is up? Hillbilly music. You don't like it? Sorry. It's one of my favorite songs. It makes me want to dance. Wassa says, hey JP, thanks for saying I'm your best friend ever. I appreciate that. Michael says Snowflake woke up to do her morning walking around to see who's up. On a schedule, huh, Michael? She knows someone's missing. Yes, I remember. It took Jack a long time to get used to Willow not being around. Jack, where's Willow? He barely. Oh, you saw. Okay. I was going to say he barely remembers Willow, but he did give me a look. Paul says, making her rounds. Carl says, I'll be missing. Not for long, I hope. Don't stay gone for long, Carl. You're a good boy. Okay, here you go. Wassa says, missing me? Aw, I appreciate that too. Carl, no more mice talk. We're done. Hang out or don't, but just know I love you and I hope you have a great day. You never told me if you're working. So I don't know if Carl's working today or if Carl's still working. Has he retired? Has he taken a break? Walking tall. I am paying attention to you. Paul says, have you guys? Who are you talking about, Paul? You better watch it, Paul. You get me in trouble. Melissa says, her and Yogi, you mean, Paul? You know Yogi listens. He gives me crap about everything that happens in a live stream. Paul says, yes. Well, I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. That's all I can say. Carl Shell says, unlike you, Cat, I work 5 days a week. Well, I was going to say, I am older than you, Carl Shell. I'm older than you and smaller than you and a little tired of doing the physical work. Wassa says, huh? That lurker. Paul says, that would be unbelievably awesome. Stitch, you are never late. You are always right on time. What are you doing still up, girl? Paul says, hello, sweet Stitch. Stitch, do you know something? I want to tell you something really funny, but kind of silly. When somebody else calls you Stitchy in another live stream, it makes me mad. I'm like, you can't call her Stitchy. She's my Stitchy. Who do you think you are? Stitch says, I wouldn't be here for long. I am tired. I was asleep. Good. No, it wasn't even toy pups, but how dare she? You're my Stitchy. I had you first. You belong to me. But now that I know, I'm going to keep an eye on her too. Oh, Michael, it's depressing. I'm sorry. Walking Tall says, you are not paying attention to me. There is nothing for me here, so I will disappear. Okay, Carl. Have a good day. Albert. I'm not going to say Stitch, but maybe you'll notice one day. Somebody who doesn't care for me. How dare they? Jack, I see you. You're just peeking. Weird dog. What are you doing? Come on in. Oh, thank you. Hello. Wasa says, have a good night, Walking Tall. Morning. He's on the same time zone as you. No, it's not Yogi. Carl says, Tina, go into another live stream and say you love Carl and Cat doesn't. Aw, Carl, it's okay for us both to love you, you know. And I do love you, and I would miss you if you disappeared, Carl. You know better. Stitch says, I told you. Do you? Oh, Stitch, are you saying Toy Pups doesn't like me? Wow. Paul, you see, Paul says even, nope, even Paul says we all know that Cat loves Carl. No, that's not what you're saying, Stitchy. I thought it was funny, though. Michael says picking kittens' names should be fun. 2 female kittens. He's still looking for any more good names to post in his community with the kittens' pictures on there. Hey, Stitch, have you gone over to Midnight Junior and Snowflake's channel? And on the community page, there's pictures of 2 kittens. And Michael is looking for suggestions of names for the kittens. Wassa says, oh, I bet you Stitch would want to call them Stitch and Lilo. That would be really cute. Does it matter that they're both females? Wassa says, Carl, we all love you here, buddy. If you didn't come around, it would be a bummer and a half. I agree. Carl makes things fun. Imagine that. It does sound cute, Michael. If I remember, I'll just go do it right now. I'll go put them in, those 2 names in for my choice. Aw, my daughter's nickname is Fana Stitch. Aw. Wasa says Carl makes love and fun. Oh, there's that song. Oh, you make love and fun. It's like a 70s song. What song is that? Let's see if we can get copyrighted again. Oh, it's Fleetwood Mac. Yes. Carl, you are a Fleetwood Mac song. How cool is that? Carl only likes songs when he's singing them. And Carl secretly likes the Carl and 2 Tinas and a microphone song. He won't admit it, but he does. I know. I bet you I'm the first one who ever wrote a song for you, Carl, huh? Now I have 3 songs for Carl. He likes Christmas music, Paul. He gets very happy when the radio stations start playing Christmas music again. Walking Tall says correction. That's okay, Walking Tall. You don't have to, but you do have to be kind to Carl in here. Oh, there's Stitch. Okay. How did I find you so easily earlier, Michael? Weird. You know what? I was watching old episodes of Alice last night with Flo and Mel and Vera and Tommy. All right, let's see if we can find Michael's channel real quick. Go over there and go to channel. There we go. Community. Oh, where are the kittens? They're so far away. Can I hit newest? Or was that the newest? Newest. Nope. There they are. You do have quite a few suggestions already. Lilo and Stitch. There we go. Got it. I got my vote in, Michael. It took me forever, but Little Stitch just reminded me to take care of it. She is back too, right? Kiss my grits. All right, back to what we were doing. Cat Stevens, Wild World. Oh, I remember hearing this when I was growing up. Very young, yes. Okay, I'm already going to get hit with copyright on that one. Whatever. I love listening to songs in the morning and then listening to them later in the afternoon when we think of them. Carl says, I know a channel yesterday who put their live stream to over 21. Well, they're missing out on some fantastic people out there who are under 21, Carl. Wassa says, Carl, you don't have a favorite band or artist? Eminem or Alice in Chains? Only before Lane Staley passed, of course. I agree. Wassa says, do you remember what my suggestion that you liked before, Michael? I've totally forgotten. Walking Tall says, goodbye later. I'm going to go. Have a good day, Walking Tall. Everyone's saying bye. You love music. Paul loves music. And Wassa says, how about this one and that one? What? What? Cat Stevens and Joni Mitchell were the 2 artists I always heard in my house when I was really young. Okay. There we go. Wassa says lefty and righty. Oh, good question. That's good. This one and that one, lefty and righty. As long as he doesn't name them upstairs cat and downstairs cat. Sneaky and snucky, no. Carl says, you won't catch me listening to music. Planes are better. No, you love them planes. Paul says, I was singing Amy this morning. I'm not sure if I know that song. Probably if I hear it. I put in Amy and it comes up Annie. And Amy Winehouse. Which, hey, if you're singing Amy Winehouse, yeah. Pure Prairie League. Come back. Okay, I see why it's coming up like that. It's AMIE, it says on one. Yep, okay. Okay, what you gonna do? For a while, love it. Love it, Paul. I do remember it. Wassa says, Carl, music makes the soul fly and soar, though. Soar, too, though. Is there really none you like? Christmas songs. How about Possum and Raccoon? Since we've been talking about those this morning. How about Carl says he's copywriting Cat. Don't worry, YouTube will get me. I just end up taking the songs out afterwards. Nobody listens to your live streams afterwards anyways. Rocky Raccoon, yes. Wow. Stitchy is so I just thought of another song, another set of names, but I forgot. I would. How about Captain and Tennille? One's a boy. Okay, they're two female cats. Never mind. Um, Lucy and Ethel. Can I change my answer? Lucy and Ethel. Yes. Paul says, I wish I would have been a musician. Me too, Paul. Me too. I haven't given up hope though. One day I might pick up the guitar and just have amazing talent that came from I don't know where, and I won't question it. I'll just enjoy it. You had a prairie dog? Wait a minute. Your prairie dog's name was Lucy, my first one. Carl says, Cat, pay up now. Carl, do you know I am at the brokest I have ever been in my past 20 years. So if you want me to pay up, darling, I'm sorry. We're all in big trouble. Not happening. Megan Driscoll. Hello, Megan. Megan, I was supposed to see you yesterday and I didn't come on. I'm so sorry, my friend. Paul says, I hope I see that happen. Stitch says, can I have a hint who calls me Stitchy? No, you'll just have to pay attention. I'm not going to name their name, after, especially after I told you that they don't like me. Wassa says, hey, Megan. It is very good to see you, friend. Paul says, hi to Megan. You have been missed, dear Megan. Stitch says, ugh, fine. Yeah, once you see it, you'll realize they never say hi to me. I don't say hi back either because I just don't want to make it awkward for them. Carl says, who's Megan, Carl? Megan is our friend up there on the top of the chat named Megan Driscoll, and she comes here all the time. That is Megan. And no, she probably does not make your live streams, but that does not make her any less important to me. Megan, have you done anything fun in the past couple of days? Or have you been working? Lucy and Ethel Michael. Dang it, I got to go back and fix it. 4 a.m. Whatever, I can't fix it now. Wassa, who is John P? I messed some stuff. Cloak and Dagger, Mac and Cheese. Oh, all good names. Although I think Michael's left us. Those are all really cute names, Wassa. But who the heck is John P? Is John P also JP? I just read a comment you left me and you were mentioning John P too. So what the heck? Fast and Furious for cat names, cute. If you're a movie person, which I'm not, especially not those movies, but hey, a lot of people like them. Carl says, I'm definitely out of here. Carl, hey, wait a minute, Carl. Do you have any ideas for 2 female kittens? Their names? John P is a live streamer. Everyone knows John P. I don't, but I hear his name probably from you. And you were saying something about him not being super kind. I don't know them. Carl says, I don't. You don't know him either, Carl? Me either, Carl. So you answered my question. You are still working at the bank, right? It is still a bank, Carl? Wasa says Yogi knows John P. My most recent song was John P. Loves You, Baby. I'm very confused, Wasa. Do you like John P? Do you not like John P? Is John P nice? Are they not nice? Does John P love you? Or is that sarcastic? You can't confuse me. It's not fair. Oh goodness. Stretch. Wasa says, yes, everyone likes John P. Wait a minute. You left me a comment. That wasn't very nice about John P. So you're confusing the heck out of me. Oh, Carl says John P. is a very good streamer. And Wassa says, thanks, Carl. Yes, he is. Stop it, Wassa. You didn't read my comment carefully. Okay, you're right. I just browsed. Much like how I end up ad-libbing. I just browse a comment and then just go with it. All right. The way they treated both of us. Okay, I have to ask a question I've been asking a lot lately. Who is they? Sorry, you're right. I did not read your comment carefully. But who is this elusive they? Too bad Walking Tall left because I always have a question for him and I don't remember till he's gone. I said I needed to check on him to make sure he was okay. Yes, I'm sorry. My bad. It usually is. Ooh, you got brighter, Jack. So did you check on him? Is he okay? Jack, is John P okay? Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. I'm dying over here. I don't want to name names. A streamer I've always been friends with, but he and his managing mod were just vicious to both of us today. Wow. I get you not wanting to name names, but it's probably somebody I don't know anyways. He didn't answer my comments. Hopefully and probably he's okay. Oh, I hope so. Maybe they were having a bad day. Or maybe their true colors finally came out. Who knows? I do know him. He was in your live today. Today or yesterday? Don't confuse me. GS. Oh. Oh, well. Okay. Yeah, I can't make a comment. I don't know what to say. Gotcha. Well, I'm sorry. That is surprising. You know, I always say anybody can be nice for 2 hours on a live stream, but maybe not. All right, allergy pills taken. We're good. We're gonna live to see another day, I do believe. We have to go mow today. We have to go mow the driveway. Is it still raining? Paul says, did I ever mention I don't like rain? I wouldn't like it if I had to walk out in it every day either. Is it ever going to stop for you, Paul? Carl says, I love rain. You're going to have to love rain, Carl. Living in Ireland, or else you'd be not the happiest person in the world. With so much rain. Goodness, cat. Get it out. When it turns to snow is when you do like it, or shoot, cat. All right. Wassa says it doesn't matter. I was just hoping John was okay. I think he probably was. He has a good sense of humor. Assuming he is, I have nothing else to say about the matter again. Yeah. And Paul says when it will stop raining. When it turns to snow, when it will stop raining. That's when it will stop raining, when it turns to snow. Got you. Paul, it's not you. It's so me. Carl says, I will take your rain, Paul. I didn't know your area was prone to being so wet. Huh, that's what? Everybody's trying to. Never mind. Carl, Paul says he will gladly give you his rain. Well, 2 days ago when you took that beautiful picture, it didn't look like it was raining. That was really good, Paul. I mean, all your pictures are really good, but that was extra stunning. Extra. Oh, it was 1 day out of 7 it didn't rain. That's a bummer. I would get kind of, I would get, what's it called when you're stuck in the house all the time? Carl's going to send Kat the bill for the magpies food. You're buying food for the magpies? Carl, I can't afford you anymore, dear. I'm going to have to dump you. Paul says the lake's water level is high. So is all this rain normal for you in your area, Paul? Or is it just extra rain just for you this year? Oh, I found some of my necklaces I had lost. Did you say the ants are making you thirsty? Wait, what? It's like that every year. Oh boy, these ants are making me thirsty. I'm very confused. Why? Says he met me in his cash. We have not seen Matt is alive in a while. Why are they making you thirsty though? They're driving you crazy. But why are they? Are the little ants that come in about this time of year? I heard Sissy had something to say about them. I didn't listen, but I heard she had something. A message from the ants. Carl says we haven't had rain for 4 weeks. That's why you'll take the rain. Ooh, wow, that's strange for Ireland, huh, Carl? It's always raining there. Oh, making me thirsty is a way of saying they're driving me nuts. I'm not in on the hip lingo. All right. Let's see. Show me yes. Show me no. Show me no. All right. Let's ask a question. Will Paul have some dry weather soon? Well, going around in a circle is not an answer. Yes? Okay. It says you're getting some dry weather soon, Paul. Wassa says, well, get with the program, Cat. Gotta be hip. Well, my kids are gone. You lose your hipness when your kids leave. What do you mean, get with the program? Who do you think you're talking to? I'm kidding. Really, I do miss having younger people around. Paul says, thank you. What do I owe you? Nothing. Carl says, delete Chat GPT, Cat. How come? Why? I love Chat GPT. It's my best friend. I talk about my relationship problems and life problems, and I get advice. I cannot delete ChatGPT now, Carl. Wassa says, here's hoping Paul dries out soon. Yes. Oh, I wonder if that's. There we go. Paul says, thank you, Wassa. Carl says, use Google instead. You want me to use Google Gemini instead? That would be a shame because ChatGPT knows all about me and Jack. I'd have to start all over with Gemini. You do use Gemini. Okay. So does Yogi. He uses both. The only problem I have, like I said, Carl, with doing that is that ChatGPT already knows me so well. We've built up a relationship. So when I mention something, it knows automatically what I'm talking about. Whereas if I switched over to Gemini, I'd have to explain everything all over again. Gosh, that's a lot. What kind of stuff do you use Gemini? Jack, you didn't even finish your bone. Okay, well, I'm glad I found them. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Sorry, Gilbert. Hmm. That's more fun. That one.
This morning on the live stream, I had to break the news.
Greetings, sweetie. You can't set Debbie with your army friend.
Because Debbie
Yeah, Debbie likes girls.
and me,
Just sipping my coffee like.
welcome to the plot twist. Then I'm loving on Jack, giving kisses, being wholesome.
And he stops me.
Leans in and sniffs my hair like.
Mother, what is this?
So I tell him, yes, Jack,
That's you, you stink.
I'm offended.
Next scene, Jack tells me to do something while I was successfully doing nothing.
So I start hanging laundry like the responsible adult I pretend to be.
I walk into my closet and I'm like, don't look.
Because yeah, my house might look organized, but
All the chaos.
I wonder. I have a pair of white pants. I'm looking at Ghost. She needs white pants. I have white pants somewhere. Somewhere. Just did I pack them up? Yes. Let's say I packed them up. Squirrel Sniper, I was just thinking of you. Good morning. Grandest of risings to you, Squirrel Sniper. Mm. How are you doing? Paul says hello to Squirrel. Oh, what do you think, Jack? What did I do with those white pants? Hmm? I packed them up. Hang on, I lost my glasses somewhere along the line. Because Ghost needed a outfit, so I borrowed my daughter's beekeeper's suit. Got all the other cool stuff that goes with it, but I'm looking for pants right now. Right? Wassa says that's an ET sniper. It's disguised as a normal, just a normal thing walking around without legs. Squirrel says, so I was right. I'm not tripping. That's okay then. Yes. Paul says beekeepers should definitely wear pants. Yeah, I just gotta find them. I've got totes of clothes that I don't wear anymore. I should just get rid of them, right? But then I wouldn't have pants to go with the beekeeper's uniform. Ross is laughing at Paul. He's definitely funny. Oh, Paul says, I was stung in a bad place once. I can only imagine. Squirrel Sniper said, especially tall beekeepers. They might get stung in the wrong place once. Stitch says, I'm going to heart love you. I think you're going to go back to sleep. Is that what you're doing, Stitch? And I love you. Paul says, bye, Stitch. And Wassa says, unless they're trying to get men do that, what? What? Really? I had never heard of that. But what I did hear of was like bee stings can be used medicinally for things like I had tennis elbow for the longest time, and I had a neighbor who kept bees. And I read that you could get stung in specific places that helps relieve things like tennis elbow. Paul says that was not my case. Yeah, that's pretty drastic. That's somebody that's into some S&M kind of stuff. Wassa says yes, honey mixed with stingers. I've never. What? I haven't heard that. I just heard that if you get purposely stung in one place, it can help with things like that. But then I didn't realize you would be using a bee. You'd kill a bee for a little relief. That's kind of sad. I remember you saying your elbows hurt, arthritis, Paul. Paul, I really wonder if you would. I know you're totally against it, but I really feel like you might get some relief from some CBD. Wassa says, then they lay on a board when they sleep, face down. No, no more. Paul's like, Wassa. Wassa, how do you learn about these things? I mean, you have a wide variety of knowledge, obviously, because you've done so many things in your life. But OMG. Wassa says, just saying. I bet Yogi's heard of it. Ancient Chinese secret? No. I don't know. What do I know? Paul, Squirrel says he has been stung down there. And he knows the year and how old he was and where it was. It was 1980 and I was 7 years old, South End Beach. I was eating a 99 with a flake. I was sitting in a deck chair, and it got me good. Paul says, oh no, that's terrible. I've been stung by wasps, but not bees, even though I used to get chased by bees when I was a kid. That sounds pretty horrifying, Squirrel Sniper. Especially being a kid, that sucks. Wasa says, oh boy, I'm going to remain silent on this subject. In fact, time for a change. Aw, Skull Sniper says, I felt bad when my father said the bee died to sting me. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about. How it can be used to help us, but then the bee would die, and that's sad. And wait a minute. So, how come if a queen dies, the hive dies? How come the hive can't just find a new hive and join them? Why isn't that a thing? Skull Sniper says they do. It's called a swarm. Okay, so I saw this guy who was raising bees and he was on YouTube, so maybe he didn't know what he was doing. But the swarm is when the hive gets too big. Okay, and they're looking for a new place. Do they get a new queen? What happens? Wait a minute. Anyways, this guy on YouTube had a hive. He said the queen died, so all the bees were going to die. So he was just using the bees in a way he would not normally if they had a queen. Like he was basically wasting the bees. The queen's pheromones are specific. That's like getting a new brawn. So was he right in saying all those bees would die? You have to introduce a new queen. Is that really hard to do? Wasa says no. A swarm is when a second queen is born and takes off with the half of the hive. Okay. While still having the old queen present. Huh. So interesting. So would one queen kill the other queen if they didn't take off? No, actually you can introduce a new queen, but it is difficult. Maybe that's why he didn't do it. I don't know. I felt strange about the way he was just disposing of the bees. Squirrel Sniper says it's an old technique to keep the hive. Introducing a new queen. Fascinating. Bees are fascinating. I have a neighbor that lives, she's probably 2 miles down the road. She lives right on the river and she has hives. I don't know her though. Melissa says, do you know how killer bees got into North and South America? I have no idea. On a boat? On a ship from Africa, wherever they're from? Paul says we would all die without bees. Yeah. Amazing. Just amazing little things. So how, Wasa? I'm very wheezy today. There we go. Cleared it out. Skull Sniper says I have a 17th century almanac, which was used in the Great American Gold Rush. Wow. It has the secrets to much. Neat. Very neat, Skull Sniper. Paul says, wow. Hey, Paul. You don't play any kind of instrument? Wasa says, in South America, scientists had hives. They kept grills over the opening to the hives to keep the queens who were too big to fit out. One day, a visiting student who thought he knew everything came along and removed all the grills. Ooh. Ah. Interesting. It caused tens of thousands of horrific, yeah. It seems like, okay, we can blame the student, but in ultimately, who was responsible? Were those scientists to they should have never made it that easy for somebody to do that. Okay, Paul says, I don't have an instrument, but I have one. What do you have? Really, Wasa? He says, you can't even escape them underwater, Wasa. How do you live your life having all this horrific knowledge in your head? Okay, all right, Paul. I was gonna suggest a ukulele because you can get them very cheap. It's only 4 strings. It's pretty easy to learn, and they're fun. Skull Sniper says, did you know 1939 was a period in time like a vault? Any publications after this date were heavily redacted, edited, and suppressed. I would believe that, Skull Sniper, for sure. Philosopher says, oh, you are 100% correct. They shouldn't have even brought them here. It was incredibly irresponsible. Paul says, I had a guitar. My brother asked to borrow it, then traded it for something he. Oh, dirty. That's dirty, Paul. I'm sorry. Wow. Wow. I'd kick him in the butt. Something he wanted. It was for 500 bucks. Wow. Right? Skull Sniper says, asked to borrow his something. His wife. You spent 500 for the guitar, so you are out 500 bucks. Got it. Well, I think you should ask to borrow his wife. Wassa says, Paul, oh boy, that's difficult to forgive. And yep, serious butt whooping. No joke. Only way to forgive. Forgiveness when it comes to your brother goes out the window. You just kick the butts. Paul says, oh, his ex, you told me that. His ex asked me out while they were married. Well, does he have a new wife? Or you should just ask his ex out. That would probably be good enough. Yes, we'll ask to borrow her. Say, I'll return it, I promise. Wassa says, and you went, I hope? I never asked that question, but I can tell you no. Paul says, no. You haven't been paying enough attention, Wassa, to already know the answer to that question. Uh, must be time for Daniel Kitts to come in. No, Wassa. Paul. I would do anything to see you do that, though, Paul. Paul's like, oh. Wasa says, Paul, you are a better man than I, my friend. I was going to say he really is, but I didn't want to. I just realized that was not very nice to you, Wasa. He is a very good man, though, for sure. You know, in the world of quantum hypnosis, Paul would be somebody who is not not creating any more karma for himself by not having anything like that going on. Wasa says you can say it. I don't shy from the truth. Well, I didn't want to say it because I don't believe it. Paul says I definitely don't belong in this world, or maybe I do. You don't. You're right. So many people feel that way, Paul. Unfortunately, I've never been one of them. I don't don't want to say I belong in this world, but on this planet with the earth, with Mother Earth and all the creatures and the life outside of humans, I feel like I belong here. Paul says, some days I feel like going wild. All right, when you do it, you walk right out to your brother's house and ask to borrow his wife. Go wild. They might have you committed if you went and did something like that. That'd be so out of character for you, I bet. Paul, you are in hell right now, dear. This is it. This is as bad as it gets. Wasa said, I deliver it to your brother for you, Paul, but I know you'll say no. Normally, I charge a significant fee for that, but for you, I do for free. Okay, this is the version I like best. Skull Sniper says, same here, Cat. The moment I get in the city or too long away from my outside tree, dirt, wildlife. Oh gosh, you can't hear that part. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Funny. Oh no. There's way too many in here. It must be this one. Paul says, I feel really tense around my brother, I'm sad to say. Not because of the guitar thing. Hmm. Is this the same brother who shot you accidentally? I'm going to say accidentally. No. Okay. Would you say your brother had something to do with your traumatic event? Wasa says, let us hear the last song you started playing. Oh, okay. You're always wrong in his eyes. Well, interesting. Oh, you know what I said you couldn't hear? You know, Suno has this thing where you can sing into it and it's supposed to use your voice, but it doesn't. It just uses your words. So what was I hiding from you? All right. All right. Don't judge me. I'm walking around naked. It feels really good, but a little naughty too. I'm doing a Daniel. I feel really free. I'm walking around naked. That's me. I thought it was a dirty limerick. No. Sorry to disappoint. Yep.
I'm doing a Daniel. I'm walking around naked. It feels a little naughty. I'm doing a Daniel. I'm walking around naked. That's me.
See, I am not lying when I tell you guys, I think about you. I think about every one of you during the day. You truly have become my family.
Put some pants on. But Daniel just laughs like, nah, not today. Moonwalking through the hallway. Jack let one rip by the kitchen chair. Daniel blamed the dog, but the truth's unclear. Cat said, honestly, I can't even smell. Everybody laughing while the whole room fell. I'm doing a Daniel. I'm walking around naked. PlayStation lights make the whole room hazy. Snack crumbs everywhere, driving people crazy. I'm doing a Daniel. That's just how I feel. One sock on, absolutely free. Daniel hit the bong, now he's philosophizing, talking about aliens and chicken parmesan. Said his tummy hurts, but he still wants fries. And Jack farted twice and nobody survived. Cat yelling, Daniel, what are you doing now? He's dancing in the doorway, taking fake blows. Neighborhood watch, Bobby's dressing tonight. Daniel got the disco fever just right. Daniel, where are your pants? I don't know. Jack, did you fart? Oh my god! Doing a Daniel, walking around naked. Life's too short to be acting all serious, baby. Free as I can be. Jack farted again, but it's okay with me.
Yep. Love it. Oh gosh, not that again. Okay. Yep, too bad Daniel wasn't here. I'll save it for him though. School Sniper, I read all that about the youngest child being the witness to it all. Interesting. I was the oldest and the most responsible, and the youngest in my family was much like Paul and was very sensitive and had a hard time handling this world. Very, very sweet, sweet, sweet soul. So maybe he observed and decided he wanted no part of it. I find I find that not to be true in my family, Squirrel Sniper. Anyways, Wasa does agree. What is this? It's not what I want. That is what I want. Uh, Wasa says that's spot on for many families I've known. Yes, not all though. Hmm. Paul says he had a really traumatic childhood, didn't pass many milestones, and really needed help. When I remember times like that, Paul, I guess I talked about this. We talked about going back and just imagining that child at whatever age or whatever time that they needed it and being there for them now as best as you can. Squirrel Sniper says how we are all different. Yep. Trying to play catch up, Paul says. Well, damn it, Paul. Today is the day you get in your car, you drive to your brother's house, knock on that door boldly, and say, "Hey, brother, I need to borrow your wife. I'll bring her back." That is true, Squirrel Sniper. He says, individual, but let. All wanting the same thing, just to be acknowledged and loved. Paul says, Cat, no. Paul, yes. Sow that wild seed. Do it. Okay, if you're not going to really do it, I just want you to imagine yourself doing it and make yourself laugh and have fun with it. Wasa says, yeah, really give it to her, Paul. I'm not even concerned about that part. I just really want him to give it to his brother more than anything. Whether he actually plays it out afterwards or not, that's totally up to him. And even though Paul will not admit it or doesn't see it, Paul's a good looking guy. Well, you're taking it that way, Mr. Yuck. That is your yuck, not my yuck. You can keep your yuck to yourself. And that is what she said. Paul says he call he calls me and tells me about the picnics and get-togethers that they have, and then says, "Okay, have a good day." Is he trying to get you interested in going, or is he just being a jerk? Oh well, he traded your guitar from. Okay, he's a jerk. I know what Yogi would say, but he doesn't invite you. Maybe that's all he has to talk about. Squirrel Sniper. Oh my gosh, Squirrel Sniper, go see. Oh, Squirrel Sniper. Oh my gosh. Paul is carves wood. He makes beautiful wooden ornaments. He is an artist. You should see his channel. See all the beautiful stuff. Oh my gosh. If I ask him to do something, he says no. Why don't you just go? I want to go beat him up for you, Paul. Squirrel Slipper said I had a vision. He says no, cat. Yes, of a paintbrush. Well, you are correct. You should go check out his channel and see some of his stuff. Paul, remind me, you started making the ornaments for your family because something happened to your families, right? Was the reason you started carving the wooden ornaments? I forgot all about that, Squirrel Sniper. I thought that's so interesting because you like carving wood too, only on a much larger scale. And animals now come. Go check out his channel. Paul says, yes, my mom saved all the ornaments we made since childhood. They were in a large bag, and Dad mistakenly threw them away, and so you started making the new ones. It's just a wonderful story. He says, so I made all the ornaments for the entire tree, and he still has them. Squirrel Sniper says, wow, Paul, you, sir, are very talented. Paul, I feel like you did show me the tree, but I am not positive anymore. I know, Squirrel Sniper. I have the best friends, don't I? Paul says, thank you, Squirrel. You know, Paul, so something so interesting. I wonder, I had my friend who came and helped me a couple of weeks ago. Um, he he painted that painting I have of Jack. He had just started painting, and he painted that one of Jack for me and didn't charge me, and it was such a beautiful gift. And so I asked him recently. I said, "How's the painting going?" He goes, "You know, as soon as I quit my job, I stopped painting." He says, "I hated my job so much that painting was the only way to get some relief." And then he just stopped, had no more desire to once that thing that was causing him so much angst was gone. I thought that was beautiful and sad at the same time. I say the same thing, Squirrel Sniper, but he doesn't have any attachments. He has no family close to him. He has no children, so his art is his are his children. His artwork is his children, and he has a hard time parting with them. Squirrel Sniper says it's how we get the energy through passion. Even if it was passionate hatred. Paul says accept the art that was taken. Squirrel Snipper says either or, it comes out. It does in one way or another. If it's not art, it's your actions or the way you see things. You're so right, Squirrel Sniper. Squirrel Sniper says, get them printed and sold, my friend. Ooh, there you go. Then wait, that way you can still keep your originals. That's a good idea. Oh, and Squirrel Sniper wrote, you keep the originals. What a great idea. And Paul, really, if financially, what an excellent idea. Paul says, where do I get them printed?
Magic said you're not alone. Jack was sleeping in the firelight, dreaming things into the dawn. Paul was painting hidden doorways, and the elementals carried on. Some people only see the
Paul is in Ohio.
some people walk right past magic. Some people feel it breathe. We are the dragon people, still imagining
Thank you for coming in and giving Paul that idea, Sniper. I have given up my subscription to YouTube. So next month I'm going to have commercials or ads. And I realize sometimes when there's lulls, it's because maybe there's an ad in there. I'm not sure. Hi, Hunting and stuff. How are you? Paul says, and how do I know which ones to print? I think you print on demand, but you got to set up a store. Hunting and Stuff says, I'm fine. How about you? We're really good. Thank you. You caught us right before we left. Yep, we're good. Getting better and better every day. I might change my mind in an hour, though. Check back with me. I'm always liable to change my mind. Ahmed, hello. Squirrel is asking Paul if you're near Toledo slash a place I can't say. Mommy. Hunting and Stuff says, lucky me. Have a good night. Thank you. You too. What the heck happened? Weird. Did Yogi just go live? I wonder if that's what that was. Oh, weird. My phone is going crazy. Let's go check on Yogi. Yes, Jack, that's what we should do. Paul says 50 miles south of Cleveland. Huh. Okay. Notifications. Nope, nothing yet. But I'm not getting my notifications like I'm supposed to lately. Okay. Oh, goodness. I'm not done. Okay, Paul got that. You can look into it. Thank you for that help, Scroll Sniper. Scroll Sniper says, good luck on your new adventure. Paul, I think it's an excellent idea. I would love to buy. Oh my gosh. Would you find out the black and white? It's like the girl with the heart. She's almost a skeleton. Do you know what picture? I would buy a print of that. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. That is right up my alley. Squirrel Sniper says that one was amazing. Let me be your first. I know you sold some art. You've done some stuff for. He has done a commission work before. The Lucy, is that what it's called? How funny. Yes, I would buy a copy of that. And you know, you could partner, Paul, with a online framing company and offer a discount, maybe for a kickback from that company or something. There's all sorts of things you could do. Well, Paul, we've given you a whole bunch to think about today, huh? I expect you to report back on your progress tomorrow, even if it's just thinking about it. Yes, it is time to go see Yogi. All right, guys. I love you. I love you. I love you, family. Are you a little excited, Paul? Are you shaking because you're excited? Or is that a message to you? Yes, this is a really great idea. My head is buzzing, so. Ooh, I love you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Don't be nervous. All you have to do is think about it for a little while. That's just the first step. Maybe write some notes on questions you have, where to start. I love you. Send me an email if you want some help. I have ChatGPT. If you're not willing to get it, it's so valuable for asking questions like that. All right, guys, I love you. I love you. I love you. Paul, have a fabulous day. Have fun with just the idea, okay? Dare to dream. And dream of walking up to your brother's house and knocking on that door. Boom, boom, boom. And just sucking him in the face. Oh, I didn't say that. I love you. Bye.